Hey y'all, this is fairly simple here. I'm going to have a bunch of broken up clips I'm going to meld into one. This was our Carolina game against Boston College the other evening, and I'm just going to put a little so-called compilation together of everything we've done wrong all season that we are still doing wrong as of Boston College. So if you don't like this kind of content, that's fine. Please move on by. And if you do, chime in on what you think. Give me your opinions. Just remember, your opinions are not fact. We are both at home watching off of TV, whether you watch or you just listen in or whatever it may be. So none of us are experts. So let's get a clip going here and let's see if we can dial in on exactly what is going on with my boys in Carolina Blue this year.
He carried the team offensively in the first 10 minutes at Wake Forest.
All right, number one, I think we have won two jump balls to start the game all season. No matter who we've had in that spot, I think we've won two. I'm just going to throw that out there. This one here, Boston College was making an inbounds play. We ended up stealing the ball, passing ahead for Trimble to throw it down. And if you'll look at the top of the screen here, we've been playing 17 minutes and Coach Davis already has a sub coming up to the table. And we are going on a pretty decent run here. So let's see if I'm telling the truth on this.
And a good thing, because that was an easy layup, and we saw some things.
Why do you have a sub coming in when they have played 3 minutes, not even 3 minutes of the game? That is part of our problem. He will sub in before the first 5 minutes 2 or 3 different players 2 or 3 different times. They cannot gel, mesh, get in rhythm, however you want to say it, together if you are constantly changing the damn lineup. They have been conditioning most of their adult life for this moment right here. If somebody signals to come out, that's one thing. But why Coach Davis feels the need to sub out constantly is beyond me. And if you'll notice, Boston College, their player, Hans Jr., he was going off. And they didn't take him out of the game either because they knew better. Anyway, rant over on this clip. Let's go ahead to the next one.
Inbounds plays a few last week that were easy layups. Heads up defense.
Let's stop right here. What do you see? Wide open. There's another guy at the top of the key, wide open. You have Hans Jr. here that Trimble has his back to, who is wide open. And we do this all game. Eventually it catches up to us. But why is everybody collapsing in? RJ has his back to, I can't remember his name, number 3 over here in the bottom corner. So why? And then on the other side, they've completely left them to just ready to catch and shoot. Part of the problem.
So a quick 9-4 start. Wide open, and that was a 2, not a 3, and another rebound for Boston College at the offensive end. And it leads.
This play here. We are bigs, no matter which one we use, are at sometimes the laziest as far as defending I've ever seen. Right now we have Van Lubin in, who has been great for us in spurts. But as you just seen, even he tends to back up and leave his man, who luckily did not hit that 3-pointer, but it doesn't always work that way. So why would you give them room? You're assigned at the beginning of the game who you're going to defend and their stats. Just saying. Anyway, which that turned into an offensive rebound for Boston College. Our guys were right there and perfectly capable of getting that rebound. Didn't try. And then you have the young man that was over here on the side of the outside of 3-point line here and was able to just dribble in and do a layup around 3 white jerseys, and the one that's supposed to protect the rim just stands there and lets it happen. It's a big problem. Here's another play where Boston College has the ball at the 3-point line. They try to go inside, and we collapse, and luckily their big doesn't kick the ball out. He takes it up and draws the foul. But this is all game.
What that means, and all right, I'm not starting. Now I'm coming off the bench. How do I react to that? And some guys put too much emphasis on.
Why are there? Every jersey we have is in those underneath the basket, and all these players are spread out. That's a problem. The very next play Boston College made after we scored at the other end. Let's see if this looks familiar.
And I think that, that comes from, look, for this team, build inside out. Get buckets early.
Look. Wide open. It Trimble's back. It's turned to his wide open. I'm starting to question, do we watch film? Because this has been all season long. Do they see what they're doing during these games, that they're leaving their player and collapsing into overhelp? I would love to know. I just would love to know. And again, look. Does anybody see a problem? Now watch what happens in the result of this problem.
Packers fans out there?
Double check remembers it, and that's a big three.
And that starts Boston College's, as if they didn't have enough fight anyway because they're playing us. This really starts their, the lights of fire into their ass, and they start taking off from three at this point. This here is also going to be a major issue for us. Elliot Cadeau here on your bottom left, he is a great ball handler and a great passer, but he loves to do this crap where he doesn't look. He gets himself in a situation because he runs into like 4 of the opposing jerseys with nowhere to go and just tries to throw it out, and that doesn't always work. And he's been doing it a lot lately. So here's another issue within my boys in Carolina blue and white.
34 of them all year long. He's hit 12 of them. He's a big-time transfer.
Now, what do you think was going to happen here? Ask him. Just ask him. Here's what happens. Spoiler alert. He turns the ball over.
This team All-American East Conference performer, and here comes...
Just like that. All right, this is the rest of that play where Cadeau just turned the ball over. Boston College is heading back down the other way to score. And I want you to pay attention to what happens when your big fails to do anything to protect the rim.
And here comes Boston College the other way. Payne. And right to the...
I mean, he literally waits until dude is going up to shoot the ball to try to do anything. Dear God. And here's another one. If you'll look at the top left up here, that is Jalen Withers, transfer from Louisville. He has hit 1 or 2 good shots. He has not been consistent. He is a foul machine, and everybody he guards seems to have their best shooting night. Case in point, he has just got on the court, and here's the first thing that happens.
Last Saturday, but not very many today. Big three.
He collapses in and has to run back to try to stop him from shooting. It's too late. Why is Coach, who is right here, not seeing this and not stopping it in the game? Waste one of your damn timeouts. Tell them, if you leave your player again, your ass is sitting down and you're not getting back in the game. Do something, because this is not getting any better. Anyway, on to the next one. This is your typical set a screen so your three-point shooter can get a shot. And this is what Boston College does. And guess what? Let's watch it. What happens? Y'all take a guess.
The big guy against Washington, there's nobody to help if he gets beat.
Downtown by Payne, and he knocked.
Because why? Because Trimble was nowhere near him to even attempt to guard him. Again. And we're back. This is another bullcrap play here. This is where we miss Armando Bacot so much. Good Lord, I wish he could just live at Chapel Hill. Anyway, so Powell takes a three-pointer, misses everything but the lower corner of the backboard, bounces out to Washington. He goes up with about as much strength as somebody waving a bunch of unicorn rainbows. I mean, just as delicate can be. And here's the result. He did get a foul, and I do not agree with this foul, but I'll get my ass chewed for saying that. But I'm not one of those that just, I don't agree with the flail your arms around and draw a foul. I want you to beat me because you beat me. But anyway, here's what I'm talking about.
Now they kick it out to Powell. Rare offensive rebound by the Tar Heels, and a foul will go on.
I can't. All right, back again. Another one where Trimble loses his man, and we pay for it. Here you go.
To pass the ball around. If he caught it, it was going up.
Trimble is right here, so keep your eye on him.
Kelly behind a good screen by Hastings and
What is he doing? What is he doing? This one here, RJ gets caught ball watching and has to run back to his defender, who was already hot on the first half. And let's see what happens. What do you guys think happens?
here through a minute and a half of this second half.
RJ's in the pink shoes. Dude with old headband, I forgot Brown, is who he's supposed to be guarding. Let's see what happens.
North Carolina leads by 1. This guy was huge in the first half, and he starts in second half.
I mean, so I guess that didn't get addressed in halftime, right? Are we all on the same page here? Cool. All right, this time our so-called big Jalen Washington, who I like the kid. He's put a lot of heart. He played behind Armando Bacot for 3 years, 2 or 3 years, I can't remember. And this is his first. This is his first year of really getting some decent, like, major playing time. Anyway, enough of that. This is what we can't have. Just watch. He's going to be right here. All right.
Alex playing with 3 fouls. That's in with the ball. Working on the much leaner Washington.
He needs to be able to read this stuff better than he's reading it. And everybody he defends beats him to the basket. I mean, he has a couple of blocked shots against the NC State game. I mean, he saved us at the end of that game. But throughout the game, there's not a whole lot there, if you will. I mean, I'm just going to put it out there. And like I said, I'm a major Carolina fan. But these are all flaws within this team. That's why we have the record we do, because they are not cleaning this stuff up, and it's very frustrating to watch. Anyway, on to the next. All right. Brown for Boston College, who was already on fire. Him and Hands are the 2 main ones we've been talking about for them this entire time. Here we go again. Now we are 13 minutes left in the second half. So this has been going on the entire game, which is what's the most frustrating, and not being corrected. So let's see what the result is.
His average, with that, and, for him to come in cold, having not played in forever.
Where's he at? Where is Trimble, who's supposed to be defending him? This is the 3rd or 4th time Trimble has left his player. Can y'all guess what's going to happen next?
To give that.
Oh my gosh, Brown ducked.
I mean, so somebody else, Powell, had to go over and defend Brown because Trimble left him. We can't win games like this. You can't. You can't. Anyway, on to the next. All right, same old same, different player for Carolina, leaving their man open. And then again, what do we think's gonna happen? Let's watch and find out. Maybe we'll be surprised.
Hubert Davis could live with that because he'd been attacking the basket. Now he didn't settle for that three. He took the three.
And tries to answer it.
Oh no, that's right. It was the same thing happened that's been happening. Silly me. We go back down court, make our play. This is the play after that when Boston College is back down at their end. And Hands Jr. gets the ball again. And do we, you think we've learned to guard him? Let's find out.
I beg your pardon, Haskins has chased these and cut back in. And here's Hand for an open three again. Boy, you can't leave him alone.
So that's a no. We still hadn't figured it out. Alright, well I think one or two more is all I'm going to do. Y'all get the gist by now. And this one's going to be about Jalen Washington here, our big. He hasn't learned that watch for the shot fake. None of this. So this is where 90% of what happens with him, this is how it goes down right here.
No chance for the help, but good clear out, good strong move.
And another easy one underneath. That's Hayes.
He loses, gets behind his man, and then just almost does a flyby. Anyway, these are things I'm not going to keep right on. I've done way too many. These are things that we cannot have happen and have a successful season. And as a Carolina fan, it's very frustrating because they're not getting better. So you have to question, is Coach Davis showing these things? They should be sitting there in the film room watching. This has been every game we have played almost. Watching on repeat. Each and every person that has left their defender and has let people go off against us, they should be having to watch this over and over and over. And no, I don't agree with subbing out 4 or 5 times in the first, every 5 minutes. I don't agree with it. But if you're not defending your player, if you're not guarding your player and doing your job, the first time I get it. If they do some kind of trick play and throws you off, I get it. But if you're over helping and collapsing and not understanding that you're allowing your player to catch fire, your ass needs to sit on the bench. Sit on the bench. If we're going to lose, let's lose because we put, the third damn string in. Let's not lose with these. We started out as a top-seeded team. And we have been unranked the majority of the season. Anyway, we have Pitt at Pitt tomorrow night, and we are at Duke Saturday, and then we have Pitt at home the next Tuesday. So it's going to be a fun stretch of games here. So let's see what happens. Maybe we'll learn how to guard the three and take care of the ball and all that good stuff. Anyway, y'all stay safe and go Heels.